So people are mocking me and laughing at me and saying, well, that doesn't mean anything. Just because they're working on getting him released doesn't mean they will. You know, it costs a lot of money to get somebody released from prison. It takes a lot of support. It takes a good lawyer. Isn't it just so lucky for Kenneth McBride that he chose me? Because I happen to have people that hate me so vehemently that they would spend any amount of money and support anybody just to shut me up. My aunt is a millionaire and will do anything to stop me from speaking out about the abuse that I have been suffering from this family. She also claims to have the best lawyer in all of Florida, related to her, willing to do anything she asks because she's got lots of money, and this Florida lawyer is in her family, and she is in complete control of everybody in her family. So when y'all tell me that there's no way that they're getting him released, you're not looking into the fact that the person trying to get him released is literally a millionaire with a lawyer in the family. There are thousands of people wanting this man back on the streets. And I'm not supposed to be scared. Not supposed to bother me at all. Just because I put him in prison for over a decade, why would I be scared? And people say, you didn't put him in prison. The police did. How did the police find out about her? I told them. They didn't even believe me. Okay? When I first went to the police and told them what happened, they did not believe me. Nobody was looking for her. Nobody was ever going to look for her. They even told me that at the trial, that if I had not gone to the police, she never would have been found. I could have just ran. I could have gone to another state and just fled. And he wouldn't have found me, and nobody would have ever found her. But I didn't do that. I fled a little bit. I was scared of the motherfucker. But I fled only as far as till I felt safe that I could contact the police. And that's what I did. I put him in prison. Because I'm the one that went to the police and told them what happened. I'm the one that got him to confess over the phone that very first day. Y'all want to say, well, he didn't confess until after the trial. No. No. Because when I first went and turned him in, they had me call him on a recorded line. And I got him to confess to everything twice. Twice. Because after I hung up the phone the first time, they said, can you do that again? We didn't have any tape in the recorder. We honestly didn't believe you. So I had to call him again. And again, he confessed to murdering her, to burying her, to beating me, to trying to kill me, to threatening to kill me. They have audio of him confessing to all of it and pleading and begging with me to just come back. It would get better. He wouldn't hurt me anymore. He wouldn't tie me up anymore. He wouldn't... He didn't know I was with the police. And he was desperate to get me to come back. So when y'all say that it's not even my fault he's in prison, you're overlooking a whole lot. Because you want to. Because you want to downplay my fear as much as possible. You want to downplay what I'm going through as much as possible, just like you're downplaying everything else. Just like the repeated death threats and rape threats I receive are not supposed to be taken seriously. But they are to me. Because I have a history with death threats and rape. It makes it a lot more real to me. It's not a joke. It's not a game. This is real. I have an abusive family, And I also have multiple obsessive stalkers, and they are working together to release a murderer who was also a pedophile from prison 20 years early just so he can kill me. That's their only goal. They don't want him out because they believe he served his time or they believe he's really a good person. They want him out because I won't shut up. And they are desperate to stop me from telling people what they are doing. You don't get to continue saying these people aren't dangerous. And all I have done to them is cast a spotlight on the behavior. The absurd, completely out of bounds behaviors that are continuing and escalating and will continue to escalate until I'm murdered by a man that I put in prison years ago, that I never should have had to be afraid of. He never should even know where I am. Even if he gets released, he shouldn't know where I am, but he does, because he's got these letters telling him everything he needs to know about me. And Kathy's going on back to Florida with more information for the perfect family lawyer to help his case. Because where's Kenneth? Oh yeah, in Florida. Where was Kathy last weekend? In Florida. They're connected. Another thing y'all might not know, fun fact, the family lawyer is also the family drug dealer. So if Kathy came back from Florida slurring a little bit or talking a little bit different, it's probably because she got a whole bunch of pain medication from the great and powerful family lawyers that she used to come down and visit when she said she was coming to visit her mother, and then she had to go and see the rest of the family first. Took all day. Whoops. Then there was the times when she would leave Meemaw's and tell her husband that she left like 2 hours later than she did, so that she could go to the other family and pick up her drugs before heading home, racing home, because they were timing her at that time. They knew that she was on drugs, and they were timing her trips. How long did it take you to get from your mom's to here? Where'd these extra 2 hours go? Where'd you go, Kathy? You don't have to worry about that if you lie to your mom about where you're going in your 50s, so that she'll lie to your husband when he calls to check on you. Because they're just trying to control you. They don't know what you need. You know what you need. You need pain medication. And for Mary to be shut the fuck up. And thankfully you can get both of those things at the same Florida drug house. How lucky.